oh, I'm not gonna go protest because I'm tired. What have you done?
I protested all of 2020 and I have my picket sign here to prove it, and I can say you don't have to be an activist to spread the word and encourage people to vote. There comes a point where you have to stop speaking if no one is listening. That's why Black women say they're resting, opting out, or minding their own business. Just because they weren't protesting doesn't mean they weren't having conversations with their inner circle. You know what Black women are tired of. We're tired of talking and educating people on what was going to happen if you voted. And now that he's in there, we're waiting on our imminent doom, and people are still trying to come to Black women for help. So I get your point on we shouldn't turn our back on issues that affect us, but we also don't have to keep talking if no one is listening. You can do whatever you want, but don't vilify Black women who are resting, because as someone who protested and had my activism era, I am done. And no one is owed support from Black women. But this is all just my opinion.
It's really funny when you see blacks who are full-time magas, like they are full-time magas, and whenever you come across them, you just wonder what they want out of life, especially this other, with all the things that is currently happening. What do they want? What pushed them into this? Well, a quite number of them are, and whatever they are looking for, I hope they find it. Guys, you're welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So I came across these videos on my FYP and I decided to share with you guys. Okay, you guys already know that April 5th is sit down for every Black American. Okay, you are asked not to go anywhere. Don't come out to say you're going to march or protest for any reason. It is your resting era, so enjoy it, deal with it however you wish, but try stay back home. Guys, let me let these videos roll, then we come back and we talk more. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Okay, so let's go watch out these videos, then we come back and talk more. And credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch.
So apparently 1 million people are set to protest on April 5th, and I want to let all Black people know, sit your Black asses down. You're not moving. You're not going nowhere. This is not our fight. Let 1 million of their people go out there and let's see how law enforcement handles them, okay? You all sit your Black asses down. This is not our fight. They had the chance to align themselves with us back in November. They made their choice. They voted for how they wanted to vote for. So let them go and march. Let them go and protest. Let them go and rally. Let them go shed their blood, sweat, and tears. You stay your Black asses inside, okay? Thank you.
A lot happened yesterday. So the Department of Education employees were placed on leave. They have no reason why they were placed on leave, but I think we all know this part of the Orange Man plan is to get rid of the DOE, and I feel like he's slowly starting to do that. Also, if you go on any federal government website, any of them, and you look at the United States flag, the flag has been changed. It has been changed from the original flag to now a flag with 9 stars. And if you Google that, a flag with 9 stars, you will see what, just Google. Also, Elon owns our data. They were worried about China taking our data, but yeah, Elon owns our data, and they're trying to stop him. The Democratic Party trying to stop him, but I don't think they. I just feel like they've been sitting down for this. They've been sitting, like Congress has been MIA. Like the Orange Men have been doing so many things, and Congress has been so mute. Like I understand he owns Congress and all that, but some things just don't make sense, and some things are just.
So I just left a town hall meeting with my House Representative Nadler. And essentially, we're cooked. All he's saying is we're in a constitutional crisis, and the only thing that we can do is take to the streets. Here's the kicker. All the Democrats obviously believe that we're in a constitutional crisis, but apparently some of the Republicans do too. But they're too afraid of being primaried by Elon Musk or worried about violence against themselves and their families to vote against Trump. And the other check on the balance system is the courts. But the constitutional crisis is coming from the executive ignoring the courts. So Democrats know that we need to take to the streets to make a difference here. Problem is, they won't pick a leader because they think that leaders are chosen in the primary process for presidential elections only. So they won't coalesce behind a common message, and they won't partner with all of us activists to come together and push the same message so that we can get the mobilization we need. I'm not willing to wait 4 years to mobilize, and you shouldn't be either. So I'm going to say what they should be saying, and I hope that it gets out there. April 5th, the major activist organizations are coming together to plan a mass mobilization against this administration, against Project 2025, against these egregious attacks on our Constitution. Link in my bio has details for that, and it has details for the next step of resistance, which is a general strike. Because the way to stop capitalists from taking apart our democracy is to cut off their access to the labor they use to make their billions. We all get to stay home in large numbers, and they get to panic. That's it. That's the game. We have to get there because nobody, including the Democrats, is coming to save the Constitution this time. It's up to us. So hit that link tree in my bio.
I think these people are still not getting it, and it looks like some MAGAs who are currently regretting their vote are not tweeting towards the them side, right? Because they feel that these people should be able to speak for them or come out in mass and really protest alongside them because of, because Democrats is not happy also with everything that's happening. So since they're the opposition party, they should be able to come out and, kind of fight for them or speak for them and organize a protest that will make them all to come out and speak up, okay? Because all this while, they've always known Black Americans as people who come out in mass to really talk about anything. They are not scared of anybody. They just speak their mind. So they're expecting same energy, but all of this energy you guys are showing for right now, where was it on the 5th of November 2024? No, you guys decided to vote for your own against your own interests, and right now you are freaking out and looking for people that can help you to organize for protest. And these people have told you countless times after the 5th of November that they are resting. This is Project 2025, and unfortunately 2025 is here and they are already resting. You should already get used to that and not trying to look for somebody who is going to take care of whatever, right? I think they're not getting it. Can somebody tell them?
The number of Canadians traveling to the US right now is back to COVID 2021 levels. To put it in a perspective, in 2024, Canadians made 20.4 million visits to the US. In 2021, that was under 10 million. If this is true, this would be a $10 billion hit to the US travel industry versus the $4 billion that was originally forecasted at the beginning of the month. The US Travel Association has said that even a 10% reduction in Canadians traveling to the US would translate into $2.1 billion in lost spending, 140,000 jobs jeopardized. So given the numbers that are now coming out, this would be times 5. So 10 billion lost in spending and about 700,000 jobs jeopardized. Love to get any thoughts in the comments on how real this is for those who are experiencing it firsthand, whether you're in the US or a Canadian. And where's everyone traveling to? Because the data we have is also showing that travel spending is actually rebounding in March right now. And I assume it's because there are a lot of travel deals out there. And if so, where are the travel deals at? Please share.
This is for America's ultra rich. Is this what you wanted? I understand you wanted lower taxes so you could have more money, or less regulation so you could make more money, or the privatization of public services so you can find new sources of money. But is this what you thought would happen? You want to be at war with Canada? You want NATO to crumble and the US to be supportive of genocide and stolen Ukrainian children? You want to abandon our national parks and public libraries? You're cool with defunding cancer research and reinvigorating the coal mining industry while abandoning environmental protections? You and your children don't need to breathe clean air? You don't think that getting rid of Social Security and Medicaid is going to affect the world around you? I mean, I can understand wanting to make more money, but I can't understand trading more money for the rule of law. I mean, it doesn't really matter how rich you are. Why would you want to live in a country where people are allowed to be snatched off the street and sent to prison without trial? How does it benefit you to live in a country where half the population is unemployed, sick, or starving and armed to the teeth? You are already doing so much better than everyone else. You really want to deny us education and unemployment and disability? You guys don't need medical advances? Your children don't benefit from healthy, vaccinated peers? They're fucking up colleges right now. Ivy League schools. The machines are already coming for everyone's job. I can't figure out why you would want to throw fuel onto that fire. We are already a nation where people shoot up movie theaters and businesses and schools because they are so deeply unhappy. And you want to make that worse for a bigger tax cut? Why? You are already the richest. You want a better stock market? Well, it's tanking. You're okay destroying America's place in the world, your children's future, the potential health and security of the entire planet, just so you can have a little bit more? I don't get it. What is it that you don't have? Because I promise you the way that we're going, you might end up with a bigger bank account, but you're going to have less freedom. Your children might have a larger inheritance, but what are they going to do with that on a hostile, dying planet? You won't even be able to travel the world because people won't want Americans. Violence is going to be everywhere. You really want to be in a land war with our closest neighbor? You're okay with children dying of polio and measles around you? You want to buddy-buddy with Russia and North Korea? Eat food that hasn't been inspected for listeria? Less taxes are worth all of that? Really? Look, clearly I don't have your money, so my way of fighting back against this terrible path we're on is to use my voice. But you could do something really worthwhile if you stopped supporting this. If you just say it's gone too far. If you stand up to your friends and give them the courage to stand up to others. Lower taxes are one thing, but what's happening in America is something totally different. Ultimately, I would argue that standing against this is actually self-preservation. There will be people who will fight for their rights and future with more than words. And quite frankly, you will justifiably be their first target. You know this isn't right or fair or just or even American. But we need you to say that because violence is the voice of the unheard. People are listening to you. Save this country. If not for us, for yourselves.
Someone said that this is not about Democrats versus Republican or white versus black. This is about the rich and the poor. The rich always want to get richer while the poor keeps getting poorer because of the decisions that the rich keep making on their behalf. And secondly, it's very unfortunate that most of the rich people are being put in that position by the poorest of them all, because these people are the ones coming out to think, oh, we want cheaper eggs, we want cheaper groceries. That's the only thing they want. The rich wants to get more richer, and for them to get that, they have to look for something that the poor is in need of, and that's giving them cheaper eggs or telling them that they are giving them, like making a promise that they're going to give them cheaper eggs, cheaper groceries for them to get what they are looking for. And trust the poor, they were like, oh, if you can give us cheaper eggs, then we don't care about any other thing. Now, when those decisions that the rich has already made start coming up to life, okay, once they start implementing them, the poor now start crying wolf. I think that's what is playing out right now with all of this that is happening, the deportations, the revoking of people's status, the closing down of Department of Education, like every damn thing that is currently happening. How many of you have been able to buy cheaper eggs and cheaper groceries? Now I'm talking about people who voted for the current administration, because you all are the ones that were on this social media telling us that you were going to get cheaper eggs. How many times have you bought cheaper eggs, cheaper groceries? Because you guys said there is not cheaper eggs, but I keep seeing people making videos and say they buy eggs even more expensive. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys, in the comments. Let's have that conversation in the comment section. What's your thought about today's video? Share your view with us in the comments, and please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. See you on my next video, guys. Bye.